Hello, it's I, the Kind of Cup series, and welcome to the first episode of Recap Races. This series will talk about the previous 5 races that happened during the season, and recap on what happened in them. We'll also take a look at the point standings as well, and silly season, but since there hasn't been really any silly season news yet, that's not going to be in this episode, but maybe in future episodes. So without further ado, let's head on to race number 1. So our first race was at, Daytona. Where else would it really be? This race actually was postponed to Tuesday night due to the Xfinity race getting postponed to after the Cup race, and basically all the weather that happened speed weeks. It was inevitable, but hey, they got a race in. Though it definitely wasn't magic coming to get back to North Carolina, I'll tell you that. Anyways, Megan Bell picks up the win. A Ford Mustang for Team Penske picks up her 15th career win in the Kind of Cup Series, even if she's been around since the very first season, but she did come back in 2021, so there's that. This race was very eventful. We had some good racing. Only one incident really, and that was the big one. 17 to go. Evie Williams got turned by Lewis Goodwin, who is not making a good name for himself on these huge speed races. He finished down there in 18th, but he was a menace during speed week. First he spun Cody Ware in practice, then he spun Ryan in his dual race, and now he spun Evie in the 500. Dude really needs to control himself in these 2 races because he is not making a good name for himself. Anyway, she took out a lot of good drivers. Jake Hodgkiss, Jacob Hughes, Ashton Jackson, Peggy Bishop, Alfie Cox, Fraser Willis, Ashley Hickman, Courtney Wright, Abigail Pentland, Jalen Dougherty, Blake Evans, Alistair Prescott, and Ellie Tickner in her final County 500 start. Not the way she wanted to end it that, but top break there for a lot of those drivers. A lot of big names in that taking on that wreck too. Along with 2022 final champion and Fraser Willis, so tough break there. Anyway, your top 10 also in this race. Megan Bell picked up the win. Maisie Sparks finished second. Shout out to the Front Row Motorsports teammates. Gracie Jackson and Lewis Collins finishing 3rd and 4th. Both were on that outside lane and they were flying. Gracie even at one point had the lead over Megan. Though on the final lap, Maisie gave Megan a huge shove down the back straightaway that gave her the win. But I wouldn't count out Gracie and Lewis. Great runs by those 2 drivers. I'm hoping to do good this year. Well, so far one's done better than the other, but we'll get to that in a minute. Lavinia Boyle ran to top 5 and 5th place. She led the field back to the green with about 12 to go, but she fell back late. Perkins finished in 6th. Chelsea Liddell in her first final start in a while. She won the first event in 2019. Finished at a very strong 7th. Riley Willis 8th. Ethan Hudd 9th. And Xander Padfield ran to the top 10. And yeah, that's basically really all the notable drivers. Megan Veratz, pole sitter, finishes 11th, and yeah, basically everyone else kind of usually would have finished, to be fair. Megan Bell won the race. Let's on to race number 2. Race number 2, like we said, took place at Rockingham Speedway. This was for the Subway 400, like you always used to be for Rockingham. I think, I'm not too sure. Anyways, Abigail Pentland wins the race. This is her 40th career win, the all-time win in the series. Yeah, it ain't Perkins, it was Abigail Pentland. Then again, she's been around since the very beginning, so there's that. It wasn't by luck though. She had to take the lead away from Elizabeth Fitzgerald, who surprisingly was actually pretty good in this race. Led the field in the final restart and looked to win this race before Abigail called back up to her. Passed with 27 laps to go and never looked back. This is also Spire Motorsports as well, first win, obviously, since Abigail moved to Spire Motorsports after the KBM merged with Spire. So Spire Motorsports already looking good already to start the season off. What a surprise. Chelsea Liddell finishing 3rd, Prescott 4th, Maisie Sparks for the 2nd week in a row, finishing in the top 5. Jake Hodgkiss, Jacob Hughes, Peggy Bishop, Ethan Hudd, and Ashton Jackson ranking in the top 10. Good runs for them. Not too many incidents this race, but there were some slight few. Xander Padfield and Ryan Wilkinson, 2 Hendrick Motorsports teammates, got forced into the outside wall, spinning Xander around on the front straightaway. That would take Xander out of the race. Ryan would go 6 laps down. The short track ace did not have a good run this race, so tough break there for Ryan. Then on the restart, Elwyn Harris got turned by her own teammate, Ellie Tickner. Geez, what is it with the teammates this race? Jesus me. She spun down the back straightaway, slammed hard into the inside wall, and took her out of the race. And our final incident of the day took place with Lewis Brailletz in the Inway Racing 46 car. He got spun off the front bumper of Megan Bell, and he slammed into the outside wall. This was actually during the beginning of a green flag pit stop, a green flag cycle or pit stop, so I tracked a few cars a lap down, so tough break there for those ones. And Lewis Brailletz was like 9 laps down, but yet Fernandez finished the race. I guess I'm racing didn't want to give up then. Alvin finished outside top 10. Cameron Bargan finished in 15th. Wouldn't be a great finish there. But look at the other side of it. 20s down, first down onwards. There's a lot of big names who struggled this race. Courtney Wright, 27th. Not a good run for her. Evie Williams 25th. That's a surprise. She usually is good in these races. Guess not this time. Ellie Tigner finished 31st, though she did get trapped lap down during that pit cycle, so tough break there. Same as Alfie Cox, so a few big names did get caught up by that caution with Lewis Braylett, so that's tough break there for those drivers. So let's move on to race number 3. Race number 3, which was the Pennzoil 400. Surprise, Cameron Perkins won the race. Obviously, this is one of Perkins' best tracks on the schedule, so no surprise, he managed to get the dub. Spire Motorsports goes back to back as well. Again, what's up with Spire Motorsports lately? Jeez. So he'll get the win, but it wasn't by ease. Blake Evans was a challenger to him late in the race. He took the lead away from him during green flag pit stop before a few calls came out. And then on the final restart, Perkins got to the inside of him and passed him. Then a lap later, Blake got onto the outside wall and fell back to down there. We see down there. 14th, so top right there for Blake. One of his best so far. This is his best race so far. That's how bad he's kind of done so far this year. Anyway, Macy Spark gets another second place finish in a row. Jeez, she is on a roll so far. Evie Williams out there from both of them after the last race struggles, finishing 3rd and 4th. Padfield as well, finishing the top. See that Millie Boyd finished a nice 8th place finish. Trigo Garage, good run for her. She came out pretty late in there, and yeah, not many other finishes. Ryan, Megan Bell ranked at top 10. And then further down, you see a couple of name drivers, Racy 18th, Eddie Taylor, Jacob Hughes, some drivers who did struggle this race. Definitely on the other side as well, Peggy Bishop finished 30th, though. That was due to a loose wheel during a green flag round, so she had to pit on the green. Per lap down, per 30th, so top right there for her. And there were a few big incidents this race. Richie Griffiths, the first DNF, he slammed hard into the outside wall in turn number 1. Thanks to Bella Fords. He was alright though, but that team, I will spoil it here, did not qualify the next few races. Obviously, Formula 1 Racing is a very small team, so they need all the equipment they need there, so top right there for Richie. Ethan Howard, he blew a tire in turn number 3 and slammed hard into the outside wall. His day was basically done as his right side of his car was all pancaked in. And then the big incident of the day took place on the back straightaway. Curdy Well got spun on the back straightaway by Chelsea Liddell. Both of them spun around, and then instant bystander of Courtney Wright couldn't avoid them and slammed hard into the inside wall. Kind of runs into Chase Briscoe's crash in the Xfinity race in 2018 and Jeff Gordon's crash in their 8. Coincidence, I think not, but hey, what else can I say? First straight race that Courtney's finished outside the top 20. This is not a good start for her. She needs to get herself back together. Contend for the championship here. Or contend for any wins at this point. Jeez. Without further ado though, let's get into race number 4. Race 4 was at Phoenix, and yeah, it's Phoenix, so nothing really surprising happened. For the third race in a row, Alistair Prescott, they're not Spire Motorsports driver, but another Chevy driver dominates the race and gets the win. So he has owned this track a lot in the Canada Cup Series, I think clearly, but mainly in the Canada Cup Series. But today, Alistair Prescott shut them all up and got the dubs. This is his second career event in the Canada Cup Series, congrats to him. And yeah, he basically just won his race. There's nothing really surprising happened. Like 22 cars finished on the lead lap. The most that is the most cars who finished on the lead lap so far this year. Well, the least amount of drivers finished on the lead lap this year, but whatever. Ethan Hard, Megan Bell, Gemma Waby with a nice 4th place finish, and Ryan Wilson round out your top 5. Perky and James McKenzie, very nice run by that 33 car. He's had a pretty strong start to the year. Let's see if this momentum continue on into future races. Peggy Bishop, Courtney Wright finally picks up her first top 10 of the season, and her first top 20 of the season as well to add on to that. And same with Ellie Tickner as well, first top 10 of the year for her. So nice race, nice way to end her race at Phoenix. Well, nice race at Phoenix, because obviously the Canada Cup didn't come back to Phoenix later on this year for the championship race. But what else can I really say about that? Ashton Jackson finished his last card finish on the lead lap. Phillips Racing was kind of a no-show this race. He finished 22nd. Lewis Goodwin finished 29th, lap down, top rate there. And Maisie Sparks did not do very well either, finishing 16th. That's definitely her worst race of the season. Courtney Wright was struggling as well. She was on the 15th she's basically around like the 15th to 10th position, but got up to 9th. So yeah, she did something this race, but hey, what else can I really say there? Struggling drivers, though, not really. Chelsea Liddell struggled this race. She finished 26th. That was due to speed and penalty late in this race, so tough break there for her. And a few DNFs, Louis Collins, he's standing outside wall in turn number 1. He was out of the race. Megan Rutt had a mechanical issue with her one machine, so she was taken out of the race. And the biggest wreck of the day was Dana Chilcock. He slammed hard into the outside wall on the front straightaway by his own teammate, Alfie Cox. Dana just came up on him, and well, Alfie just went him up by accident. Dana was alright though, a bit freaked out though, but hey, he's alright. Nothing else to say there. Though the car was a bit destroyed, but there's not much I can say about that. Anyway, let's get into our final race of the day, with race 5. And finally, race number 5, which is our latest race that took place a few days ago, was at Atlanta. Yeah, not Bristol, was at Atlanta. And we have a surprise winner. Jake Hodgkins managed to get the dub this race. His first win for RFK, and RFK's first win, well, as Bragg says, as an owner in the kind of Cup Series. But Ralph Family's first win since 2021 with Oliver Dawson. So it's been a long time since RFK's won a victory lane, but they get it done this race. So congrats to them. This race was pretty eventful. I would say more eventful than the Hunter Super Speedway race, since obviously Atlanta's also somewhat Super Speedway now. Wasn't as great as the Cup race, but definitely was better than the Xfinity truck races as a whole, to be fair, like combined. The only were 2 instances this race. The first was having in midway through stage number 2. Lewis Goodwin, he was going all over the place. He got spun out by Abigail Pennell in turn number 3. Olivia Zaxon and Ryan Kirk got involved in the wreck as well as they hit the outside wall. All 3 drivers continued on the race though Olivia went 3 laps down and Ryan Kirk was 2, though he did get one of his laps back, but really the race was basically over for him. Megan Russ on the front straightaway as well was another incident, but other than that, the only other incident this race took place 5 to go. Ellie Tickner is the cop once again. Randomly she just blew a tire. I don't know what happened, but she blew her right front tire on the inside lane, and that's not the lane you want to blow a tire in because, you know, the other driver on the outside lane, and she took out quite a few of them. Abigail Pentland spun around, Peggy Bishop, Alfie Cox was involved, Tom Kenny, who had a good run going in this race, run inside top 10 most of it, got involved, same as Millie Boyler. Megan Bauer, the 500 winner, got involved as well, so a lot of big name drivers got involved in a late race crash that really did not need to happen if Ellie Tickner did not blow a tire, but what else can I say there? Reportedly, she said that she thinks she ran over something on the racetrack a lap before, so that's a bit interesting to say the least. Anyway, the top 10 for this race. Evelyn Harris, a very nice second place finish there. Pretty strong front for her. Maisie Sparks back to being finished inside the top 5, finishing third again. No surprise there. Courtney Ryan, another strong run, finishing a very strong 4th. This is what results she needs right now. She needs good results to catch back up in points. She is currently not in the top 20 in points. She needs to do good. And Gracie Jackson as well, finishing in the top 5. This is really good for her. She's had a pretty strong start to her rookie season in the Cup Series. So this momentum carries on. A few Chevys around the top 10, that being Evie Williams, Cameron Perkins, Ashley Hickman, Ashton Jackson, and then the only lone Toyota during this field was Jacob Hughes. The Toyota's really struggled this race. Apart from Hughes, he's not in the top 10. The others were really just terrible. Ethan Howard was not fast. Jessica Lear was up front, and then she just fell back midway through stage 3. And Joey Raybury and Elizabeth Fitzgerald were just no-shows whatsoever, but what else can I really say about that, to be fair? Anyways, let's take a look at your point standings after 5 races. And here are your point standings after the first 5 races. No surprise here, Cameron Perkins is the points leader, because to be fair, he hardly really DNFs, so it's kind of rare to see him DNFs. That's why he's the all-time wins leader in the 3 championships. Well, surprise. So Maisie's pass is only 2 points higher than him in 2nd place, so he's been really consistent as well this year. Let's see how long this championship battle goes on for. As Prescott with a very strong start to the year, finishing 3rd in points, Megan Bell 4th, and Jake Hoskins, shout out for him, top 5 in points. Good run for him and RFK. And also a great shout out to Gracie Jackson and James McKenzie, 6th and 7th in points. A great start to their season, especially Gracie. That car, the 36 car with Chris Ahern last season, finished outside top 30 in points. Not a great car, but Gracie Jackson tended to new highs, 16 points right now. Good job for her. And Jake McKenzie can't leave him out to dry. Very strong start to the year. This is his 3rd year in the Cup Series. His first 2 seasons have been a struggle for him. Went for the sophomore slump last year. Let's see if this season is a comeback year for him. Ashley Hickman, the Defending Series champion, is now currently 8th in points. Ethan Hudd 9th, and Brian Wilson ranked in the top 10. And yeah, it's kind of it, to be fair, for other Noble drivers. Also, there's no pluses in this season. They took the rated plus system last year, for this year, so let's see how this championship battle goes on then. Big name drivers are definitely struggling so far this year. Blake Evans going 24th in points. He struggled last year as well, so he's not off to a great start this year either. It's kind of like Austin Dillon in the Cup Series, to be fair. Courtney Wright, 26th in points, though that was only because of the first 3 races for her. She is rebalanced, so currently right now, so we'll see how many more positions she can gain before the season ends. Peggy Bishop also struggling, 28th in points, a very struggling start to her season. The only Spy Motorsports car to really come off struggling, so hopefully she can catch back up here. Alfie Cox as well, 30th in points. That Penske car is not quick whatsoever. He is found himself into battle situations. Yes, he finished 4th for Las Vegas, but other than that, what else can you really say for him? Ellie's taking her 31st in points in that final season as well. She struggled last year like Blake, but this is even worse for her. Finally, yeah, it's gone very brutal for her. And Curly Ware, 32nd in points, another Team Penske car. Again, just struggle after struggle. She has really struggled. Then again, at least she's not Riley Pope in the money team right now. 36 in points. They're only 55 points to begin the year off. They got a lot of ground to make up on if they want to catch back up to these guys. Like, he is like 11 points back of second place Thomas Kennett, who is also struggled so far this year. But what can I really say about that? Anyways, that'll do it for recap races. The first episode. Episode 2 will come out in another 5 weeks from now. Hopefully, we'll have any silly season news about any of the drivers, and we'll see how the next 5 races go for these drivers as well. So until then, it's us at the F Street. Sign up for now. We'll see you all in probably 5 weeks.